Will the gay games actually prove anything? Will the gay games actually prove anything? I didn't know there were gay games. There's gay games going on in Colorado. Are they going to prove anything? This is Colorado's bid to host the 2030 gay games and their beleaguered and I think corrupt system. They're corrupt politicians making this pitch. Watch this.
Together, out west.
Together, let's take the gay games to new heights. Denver is ready.
Let's show the world that Colorado is a place where we champion rights for all while creating a championship atmosphere for every athlete.
Because we've got diversity out west.
Let's make sure that every kind of athlete and every kind of person participates out west.
Feels included out west. Let's go for the gold out west.
Be loud and proud out west.
Love who you want out west.
Come out as you are out west.
Together, out west.
So you saw or heard in that personalities like their corrupt governor and the corrupt mayor of Denver and corrupt politicians and a man dressed in a dress, or a couple of them. What is this exactly going to prove? I think it proves what they think we think about same-sex attracted people, those of us who identify same-sex activity as sin because that's what it says in the Bible, just like it says about opposite-sex activity. Outside the realms of marriage, fornication and adultery are also sin. There's a lot of sin in the Bible. There's all ways to separate yourself from God, and God sees us as equal. But there's something that they're showing themselves about what they think we think of them. We're not going to have anything proven to us about same-sex attracted people during these games, but they've already proved their image of us. I'll tell you what I mean in a second. There's an image of Hollywood well-earned, and that is that Hollywood doesn't care about God. Doesn't care about godly people. That's well earned. Into that came Angel Studios. There was The Chosen. There was The Sound of Freedom. There was King of Kings. Now they've come out with a new series called Testament. What they do here is they take the period of the book of Acts. That's after Jesus ascended back to heaven and his apostles went about building his church. And they did that knowing they were signing their death warrants. They knew this, and they did it anyway. What they've done is they've taken the events of the book of Acts, the people, and depicted them as actors and put them into a timeline like ours. Now they're building the church in a surveillance society, a censorship state, a state that hates the truth. In other words, yes, like our timeline. You can stream Testament right now and experience actual brave Christian storytelling and ask yourself, would you stand for Jesus as the entire world stands with their boot on your neck? Go to angel.com/Todd, become a premium Angel Studio Guild member. You get 2 free tickets to all their theatrical releases. You get to vote on the movies that they create and promote and distribute, and you stream Testament right now. It's angel.com/Todd. So what are we exactly going to learn in the 2030 gay games? We're going to learn that same-sex attracted people can jump. They can run. They can play hockey. They can do gymnastics. We're going to learn that they can ride bikes and run a long ways and lift heavy weights. We're going to learn that they can dance. We're going to learn that they can throw parties. We're going to learn that they've been told to be very, very proud of who they are and what they do. We're not going to learn that God abhors human pride in all forms because that's verboten. We're going to learn, in other words, that same-sex attracted people are people of various abilities, some of them physical, some of them intellectual, some of them artistic. Is anyone watching this saying, man, I'm glad we're finally going to learn this? What we're actually seeing is what the gay gospel providers, what same-sex activists think of us, what people who are pushing us to agree with them that a boy is a girl and a girl is a boy, what they think of us is that we actually don't know they can do these things because they literally believe we don't see them as human. They should be learning something about themselves, and they have some opportunities here. It's going to be the gay games. Can I participate? I'm an opposite sex attracted man. I'm a married man. Been married to my beloved wife. We've been together for 29 years. But I can identify as same-sex attracted for the day, so can I come down and compete? They're going to learn some things. Are there going to be sex differences in the sports teams, or does everybody get to play in the same team? They're going to be able to try some things out. Is America really interested in watching a series of games that are put together fully based upon someone's sexual orientation? Is it going to drive viewership? Really what this is about is Denver and Colorado and these cities doing everything they can to hoist this flag to be the cities where these people congregate. It is simply a plan to relocate people because while we don't talk about this enough, it happens that same-sex attracted couples have a whole bunch of disposable income. In a country that supposedly hates them, they tend to have higher incomes than opposite-sex attracted people. They tend to have higher degrees of disposable income. And don't doubt for a second that the shop owners and business owners in Denver know this. They're also going to learn something else. Maybe not now, but later. There's a reason God abhors pride. That's because we can't do anything without him. We can't even exist without him. We'll learn that later in eternity.